What drew me to van life was just kind of that rubber tramp life, like being able to travel, see everything, experience it on the road, not be in the mundane kind of hotel.
My favorite aspect of it is just the ultimate freedom you get from doing this. I mean, you lose so many anchors in life and you're just so light and free, and you can do whatever it is you feel inspired to do with your life. You're not held back by much of anything. I thought that I needed so much more than I actually did. It's just amazing how happy you can be with such a simplistic life. I never expected that.
We don't need nearly as much as we think we do. And a lot of people think that you have to live in a house and you have to have the yard and you have to do all of those things. You don't. You need a place to sleep. You need a place to pee.
I really love traveling. It's kind of my natural state. And I've been following the tiny house movement for a long, long, long time and had different ideas, but it all boiled down to having a moving house.
I don't want people to grow up or to think that they have to stay in the box. You know, a lot of people like the box. I'm not an in-the-box kind of person. So I like to be out of the box as much as I possibly can. That's what this represents. It's a box, but it's so out of the box. It's a box out of the box.
Some people look at it as a fad, but I think it's a lifestyle. People are drawn to that, whether it be a music lifestyle and traveling, or climbing, snowboarding, mountain biking. And it's something, if you have a ton of money, you can build the nicest one. Or if you have very little money, you can go in a cheap Econoline with a 350 engine, or a Westie that needs a lot of attention if you're a mechanic, or a nice Mercedes. You know, so.
My name's Nadia. I used to live in my Jeep when I was 18 and 19 twice. So it was a little harder with a dog and a partner. So I was like, a van's something I've always dreamed of, so it was time to get it. The thing I wrote everywhere was strive not to have more, but to be more. And I think millennials are more into experiences than things. And I would so much rather spend my money to go travel or to go, I don't know, do something rather than just buy the nicest thing. And that's why I don't have the best van in the world. I don't have the best gear, but I have enough. I have a shelter, I have food, I have love. I think millennials kind of are really into that.
My name's Katya. I've been doing this for a week. I'm in a transitional period, so it makes perfect sense to me to just take off in my van. And I've made myself a little home. I'm going through a breakup and leaving my city, and don't really want to move to another city and just pick something and go do it. I want to spend some time on the road and let it find me before I make decisions. So this is a very transitional state to be in, and it feels right.
My name's Stevie Oakham. I've been working with Vanlife for 4 years now, and I started out just taking pictures. I think I looked at what it was going to cost me to stay here this past winter, and it would have cost me more to stay home than it would have cost to go on the road. You travel out west and you stay in BLM, National Forest, all these places, and it's free. And most people don't realize that. How do you have all this money? I'm like, no, I don't. Sometimes I have good weeks, and then we'll have steak. Sometimes I have bad weeks, and then we're eating peanut butter and jelly. But it tastes pretty good when you're staring out at the ocean or something like that. But to me, if I'm gonna be broke, I'd rather be happy. That's what this is about. Money will come later, but right now I'm making memories, and that's what's important.
My name is Austin Stroker. I'm 22 years old, and I have had my 2005 Ford E150 since February 2nd of 2018. I remember that day very, very well. I've been fascinated with alternative living situations and van life for the past 4 years or so, and I'm a very avid climber, so it only made sense to get a van where I can wake up somewhere and then 2 hours later be somewhere else. And so it's just a great way to just pick up and go and have everything you need all right in the same area.
My name's Rob Walsh, and I've been living the van life for about a year and a half. The original plan was to get a different job, and I freed up that stuff and I started taking online courses to become a certified canine training behavior specialist because I love dogs. So I was able to do that. Haven't used that certificate yet, but it was something I was able to do once I freed up everything. What I've done to make some money for myself is I detail cars for either friends or friends of family, or sometimes businesses. I can basically survive off of maybe working 6 to 8 hours a week. There's not much that goes into it. It's just the bare minimums, you know, gas, food, cell phone bill. I have health insurance, car insurance, gym membership, and that's about it. You know, because I don't work so much, I have to be a little more frugal with what I spend my money on. I'm all about stealth, so sometimes I worry if someone's gonna wanna look in the van, and if they can't see that, like if it's a cop, they're gonna be more inclined to know what's in there. So I can take down the panels I have on the windows and just put up a curtain so they can see in, see no one there, and I'm back here sleeping. Bed. This is like the emergency bed. If I don't wanna get kicked out of town, get the knock on the window. That's all you need.
I don't need 10 shirts. I don't need, you know, all this junk. The necessities, and then you've got more time and you're more free to like grow into what your goal is, you know?
You realize, you know, how kind of spoiled you were a little bit, not judging the people that did, that's fine, you know, I've been there too, but you just realize what you just do not need, and your body adapts. I mean, like I said with like winter, I mean, it was struggling at first. Now it happens, it's like, you're already set. You get a little discomfort. That's basically your life, but it's a choice for, you know, a trade-off of, you know, all the freedom you get with that.
I've had a great time, and you know, I love every minute of it, but it's not necessarily the easiest thing for most people. You have to be comfortable with sleeping in a neighborhood. You have to be comfortable with hearing people walk around, whether you're sleeping in an Ingles parking lot, Walmart parking lot, or on some dirt road that you just happen to find. But it's, you know, everyone's, you know, they've done it all. You know, everyone has similar experiences. And so you go out, you go climb, and you see all these vans scattered throughout the parking lot. You get done for the day, and then everyone is just, you see, you know, the little lights glowing out of the windshields, and people are cooking and hanging out, and then you just pull out a chair and open it up, and then, you know, everyone's in your front yard.
People think that, you know, you need this really expensive van and you need all this stuff, but like, this is proof, like whatever you got, just make it work and go, because the go is the important part, right? Yeah. Okay, Kane, come on, let's go.
Van life is for people who have their priorities in order, who know what they need, that they really need, and can live without. You've got to be able to give up a certain sense of predictability about your day and, by extension, your whole life, which I think is really healthy. For me, it feels like I'm at my healthiest when I don't have a plan. I'm just going and seeing.